So I know a lot of people have been having a really difficult time finding 3000 series NVIDIA graphics cards and the new AMD cards and 6800, 6800 XT. And I had the same issue as well. And you can sit there and refresh the screen 1,000 times and just hope you get lucky. You can monitor Twitter accounts, but everybody else is doing the same thing. You can try to set up a bot, but that's really complicated, or you have to pay someone to do it, and then you don't know if you can trust them and all that. Is it even legal and all that kind of stuff? So what I did was went and set up some monitors to monitor various pages for certain keywords. When those keywords appear, I get a notification that says, okay, this status has changed. You might be able to go and buy something. So it's not, first of all, disclaimer, it's not 100%. For one, sometimes the page just goes down, or Amazon or whoever blocks your IP of the monitoring server, and so it looks like it's down even though it's not down. I've had to revise these a number of different times. I'll leave the links I'm using in the description below so that you don't have to try to decipher these. But I'll show you here how it works. So here's an Amazon 3800 landing page right here, right? So if you go here, you can see it's listing a bunch of graphics cards. Now, they're all ludicrously overpriced. I'm not really interested in, buying one of those cards at that price. So if I go in here and look at the settings, I've got a cart here that says add to cart. Now, what that means is when this switches to add to cart, that's when I'll get notified. Usually, it will show an add to cart button when an Amazon seller or Amazon itself is selling the card at list price. So that's a good way of seeing, oh, okay, this is not just people in the marketplace, scalpers. This is a legit link. This one has never fired legitimately. I've had to make a number of different changes to this to get it to try to fire properly, but it's never fired legitimately that I can remember. Let's go through the settings real quick, though, just because it could. So Amazon 3080 is just what I named it. Here's the link. I'll put that in the description. Checking it every minute. That's a big difference. I've seen another video that shows you how to do this with Uptime Robot, but I think they default to 5 minutes. 5 minutes is too slow. Also, Uptime Robot is sort of notoriously unreliable these days, and it takes a minute or two to even fully go through its process of determining if the site's down or not. By then, it's too late. So you need a tool like Site 24/7 that monitors every minute or faster to give you an actual chance to get it. Next, you have monitoring locations. What I've done here is I've gone through and just chosen Virginia. I added another one, New York, because I don't think it works right if you just have one. But at any rate, you want to minimize that and pick the location nearest you, especially for some of the other ones I'm going to show you, because they're location specific. Hopefully you live in one of these cities or near one of those cities. The rest of the settings I just left. I didn't make any changes to any of these. And then here, the Add to Cart button, that is what we're looking for inside of this page. So we're literally looking for a bit of code inside the source code of this page that is Add to Cart, all one word like that. And it's case sensitive. I'm specifically looking for that bit of code, all uppercase. That's an ID or CSS or something. I can't remember what for this one. But when that's there, that means that it's possible that you could go and buy it. Let's look at another example. So this is the Best Buy 3080 landing page. So the Best Buy 3080 landing page is set up a little bit differently. Here's the page that we'd be looking at for this one. Now you can see here, they do things differently. They've got it, first of all, it's based on location. So, you might see this in Boston or something as having availability, whereas I don't, because it's very location specific. You can see these all say sold out. Sometimes one of these will say coming soon. There's one. This one said coming soon for a while. Well, what does that mean? Sometimes that means it's literally coming soon. Sometimes it just means they don't have any stock yet, and they haven't sold out of it because they either never got any or they're anticipating some at some point or whatever. I'm not really sure because I don't work at Best Buy. But I can tell you that will sometimes change to Add to Cart. Now, they do this thing at Best Buy, which is really clever, which is when they have something in stock, this button will change to say Add to Cart. When you click it, it won't add to cart. It'll make you wait for a random amount of time and then click add to cart again to actually put it into your cart, which is smart. And then you have a chance to actually get it. But then you have to go through the next step as quick as you can, which is pick a location near you. And I've actually gotten to that point and lost a card because it sold out between me clicking add to cart and then picking a location. Now, the Best Buy one's also set up a little bit differently here. All this stuff is the same. But down here, I've told it to look for two different things. Cart.svg, which is a graphic. These are actually just graphics. They're not code. Cart.svg, and then see details, because and it looks for either of those strings. And if either of them come up, you have to check it down here if you're using Site 24/7. But if either one of those strings appear here, it's possible something is for sale. So let's look here at this. So see details. What happens if this button changes to see details? That means it's in stock. It means it's in stock somewhere near you, and or near that monitor's location. And so if you see that in the code, it means if you click it, you should be able to then do add to cart. Now, the reason I have cart.svg is because sometimes the button just says add to cart here, but lately I've seen it say see details. So that's why those are both there for that one. It's a little bit different for that. Now let's look at B&H. So B&H, they don't, for whatever reason, they don't tend to have a lot of availability. I've never seen anything on theirs go live here for quite a while, maybe ever. But anyway, I've got it set up because at least they're a vendor who, if you order from them, you should get it. So B&H's configuration is also a little bit different here. What we're looking for here is the add to cart string, and it's case sensitive. So if this button changes to add to cart, it's going to, notify me that I need to go check it out. So that's how B&H works. NewEgg is a little bit different than the other ones. So if we go here, here's the NewEgg URL. So the NewEgg URL I filtered a couple different ways. For one, we're just looking for cards or card combos. And two, we're just looking for RTX 3080 10 gigs. There's other variants of RTX cards that will show up if you don't have all these things in there. So this is a really refined landing page. Now, what they will do is they will change one of these auto notifies or add the add to cart button. So that's what we're going to be looking for here. And so if I go here and I do look down here, it's just add to cart. That's it. If it's down, notify me. If it's there, notify me. This NewEgg does have releases. In fact, NewEgg's Twitter account will sometimes give you a heads up of when they're getting stock in, and you can just sit there and wait on it. The problem with that is everybody does that. So if they put that up there, everybody's going to be sitting there hitting refresh over and over again at a certain time, waiting for the cards. So these monitors give you a chance to get it when maybe everybody else isn't looking at it. They'll notify you. When you get the notification, you can go in as fast as you possibly can. I have my accounts logged in all the time so that I can check out as soon as possible. I will tell you this, I have never gotten a card through this system. It's a system that definitely works. I've definitely seen them available when these notifications apply, especially NewEgg and Best Buy. Those have popped, and I just haven't been able to get one. NewEgg more than anybody else. They seem to get a lot of stock in. Amazon is tougher. I think Amazon, I probably need to refine the way I'm looking at this. There's individual card landing pages that you could do, but there's so many scalpers out there on Amazon that it's just really tough to program something for it. There's probably a better way of doing it. If you can think of a better way, or if you've got a setup that's better than this, just let me know. Luckily, I was able to get a 3060 Ti from NewEgg because I was just spamming refresh when it launched, like the morning it launched, and I just got lucky and got one. But I have not been able to get. I want a 3080. I have not been able to get one of those, and I want an AMD, Ryzen 5900X. I haven't been able to get that either. I've got monitors set up for all that too. Those monitors work in a very similar way. It's just looking at the landing page for that product and looking for add to cart or whatever it is on that site. Anyway, I hope this helped some. I know how frustrating this is for everybody. It's super frustrating for me too. I've been working for weeks to try to get one of these. This will help your anxiety a little bit because at least you know something's looking out. So good luck.